Hi again and welcome back. So this lesson is about progress, but not the loud Instagrammable kind. This is about quiet progress, measured progress, and intentional progress. It's about knowing where you're going, how far you've come, and when it's the time to pivot. Because if you're not tracking the steps, how will you know if you're even climbing the right mountain? So let's zoom out for a second. In my case, I set 3-year goals for both my personal life and my business. Why 3 years? Because it's long enough to force you to think beyond the current chaos, but close enough that it demands real action today. It's like a bridge between the vision and execution. When I write those goals down, I don't just say grow the business, be healthier, or be more present at home. That's actually vague. And vague dreams or goals create vague outcomes. So instead, I ask, what does grow the business look like in 3 years? Is it 10 new consulting clients? Is it a second branch of my office? Is it a digital course that's automated and evergreen? So another one is, what does be healthier feel like? Is it reaching 160 pounds with 10% body fat? Hmm. Is it running 5K without stopping? Or is it waking up without grogginess? Then again, what does be more present at home mean to me? Is it 5 dinners a week with family? Is it weekly one-on-one check-ins with each of my kids? Or weekly dates with my wife? Once you define your goals clearly, you can reverse engineer the habits that support them. That's where the magic of tracking comes in. Tracking isn't just about measuring, it's about learning. Let me give you an example. Let's say my 3-year goal is to build a strong personal brand as a thought leader. I reverse engineered that into one is publishing weekly YouTube videos, second is posting value driven content on LinkedIn, or appearing in podcasts or panels once a month, reading a book every 6 weeks to deepen my insights. Those are the habits. Now I ask, how will I track them? So you just use a simple habit tracker for weekly posts. I keep a tick tick app and Google Keep log of all the podcast episodes that I have guested on or I hosted. I tag each book I read and write 3 insights per book. And once a month, I zoom out and ask, is this working? Now, here's the most important part, refining your approach. Tracking without reflection is like weighing yourself daily but never changing your workout. Every month, I look at the data and ask, am I getting results? Am I consistent? Is this tactic still aligned with the outcome I want? Sometimes the answer is yes, then keep going. Sometimes it's no, then adjust. So refining is not failure, refining is strategy. Let me get personal again. In one of my reflections, I realized that I was trying to do too many things at once. I was trying to scale 3 businesses, launch a new course, coach my clients, and still be super present with my family. I was tracking all my metrics, social media, revenue, time blocks, meals, workouts. But the real problem is I wasn't leaving space for reflection and margin. So I refined my system. I cut down the number of big projects to 2 per quarter. I delegated more. I replaced some habits with higher leverage ones like journaling in the morning instead of checking emails first thing. So that shift didn't just increase my output, made me feel better, lighter, and more focused. Let's pause and zoom out again. Tracking progress doesn't mean obsessing over numbers. It means noticing the pattern behind the numbers. It's like adjusting a sailboat. You don't scream at the wind when you drift. You adjust the sail. So tracking is how you know you're drifting. Then refining is how you turn the wheel. Here's what I recommend. First, start with clear, vivid 3-year goals. Make them personal. Make them emotional as well, and make them detailed. Second, list the habits that would naturally lead to those goals. Be honest, don't overwhelm yourself. Start with the top 3. And third is track your habits weekly. Use an app. Again, I'm using Tick app. You can also use a journal, a spreadsheet, whatever works. Tracking equals awareness. And then fourth is review monthly. Ask yourself, am I showing up consistently? Are these actions creating momentum? Do I feel aligned? What needs tweaking? And 5 is refine without shame. Don't get too hard on yourself. You're not locked into the first draft of your system. Just like writing a book, you'll go through versions. And that's okay. In fact, it's expected. So there's one last thing I want to share with you before we wrap this lesson. You don't need dramatic change. You need directional consistency. A 1% improvement every day, that's 37 times better in a year. I remind myself of that often, especially on days when things feel slow, when I don't see the progress. But I've learned those are the days that matter most because the seed does not sprout the day you plant it. It grows quietly, underground, unseen, until one day it breaks through. And when it does, people call it an overnight success. But you know the truth. You tracked it, you refined it, you stayed with it. So let's wrap it up. So set goals, build habits, track what matters, refine as you go, and trust the process. Because the difference between the average CEO and the intentional CEO, one runs a company, the other designs a life. So I'll see you in the next lesson.